Welcome to the third episode of the Erudition Show. My name is Justice Sambo and I am visited. We have our guest of today, Ferlo Narco, an artist who just released a very controversial song, if I can put it as that. We have Agreement Shokani as my co-host today. How are you guys feeling today?
I'm all good, I'm feeling good. I'd like to thank you guys for this opportunity to be here, and I really can't wait to get to engage with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm yours, I'm feeling proper.
No, thank you for accepting the invitation. I mean, like, you are here with us. My first time sitting here with you, having a conversation with you. Just to mention to the viewers, after the show we have a nice surprise waiting for you. Just tune in and thank you for viewing. Ferlo Narco, would you like to tell us about yourself? What are you about? Like, yeah, we saw the music video, we saw the video, and it's proper, by the way. Just to compliment you on that one. But would you like to tell us what are you on about and the whole song? What does it mean to you?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So to those who don't know, last year was a really great year. I would say it was a phenomenal year. It was life-changing. So what happened is the song is mainly based on February the 9th. So that was the day that changed like my life. I wouldn't say completely, but it has made major changes and it made me reflect on certain things. How I was living my life and what I was living for. It kind of made me realize that a lot of things that we do, we need to just adjust the reasons behind why we do things. And with that being said, I feel like my work should precede me, so now I can introduce myself. So yeah, me being Ferlo, I would consider myself an artist of all sorts. So I do art, so whether it is playing musical instruments, I play 2 musical instruments. So shout out to all the drummers out there, to all the guitarists out there, shout out to them. So yeah, I do art. I do music, poetry, rap, write stories. I know, weird, but yeah. So I do all forms of art.
Nice.
By the way, I also do music, but then when I meet you.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
well, that's interesting. That's new.
Okay, I have a question for you, and I'm sure that our viewers will be very, very interested. Okay, and like what led to the song, like experiences, what led to the song?
Oh, the details.
The
yeah,
ones.
the juicy ones. all right. Let me give you the squeeze exclusively for you guys. On February the 9th, it was last year, 2018. I was in class like any other normal day, except for that, I had not been doing a lot, like in terms of my health, eating healthy, drinking water. I was like, I don't know how I was living without water, but it seemed to work somehow.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I used to do that, and not drink a lot of water. Then it just so happened that on that day, I was chilling with my friends, like outside, and yeah, I was trying out some new cuisine, if I could say so.
Okay.
And I had a bad reaction to the cuisine, and I ended up being hospitalized. And yeah, so that day kind of like changed a lot of things. Because in those moments, because it wasn't like just rushed, I'm feeling awkward going to the hospital. It was more like I'm on the ground, I can't breathe, my heart is racing, next, slowing down, all those things. And all the time, what I was thinking of is, I'm here, about to die, in my 3rd year, with no degree. I got no kids, not that I would have kids at this time, but I mean like, I was just looking at my life like, what have I done since coming to Earth?
Yeah.
And it just seemed like I had not done much. I loved music so much, but not many people knew. They had no music from me. Only a few people would know, maybe those who would come to my room and see me playing the guitar, so it was really quite a different feel at that moment. I felt like I had just come to Earth and just lived and died,
Yeah.
So it kind of changed my mentality to us, and that's why you'll see that this year I've become more involved in the things that I love, music, school, anything, So I think that's actually what led to the song. So now you guys know. And in the song, it covers just my life around that time and what was happening. because February the 9th was the climax to the things that led to the changes in my life. So yeah.
By the way, February 9th is a very massive song. We listened to it a lot.
Thank you.
With Benyo, and then I remember I slept over, played it for the whole night. It's very, very
Hey, people are cross-nighting to my songs. Shout out to you guys. Shout out.
Just so that you know, after the video, we'll play the song for you. So just be ready for that. And we still have the surprise for you. So you mentioned that it awakened, that whole thing awakened you doing what you love, right? And which is the whole purpose of the show today, to say that today we'll be talking about who are you as a human being, you know. Most times we do meaningless things, we forget to do meaningful things in life, you know. We forget who we are as human beings. So thank you for mentioning that, and I would want to take to that, to say that with the whole awakening, what would you say right now to a viewer who's seated out there today, who is on the edge of wanting to do something that they love, and on the edge of saying, I'm holding back because of things that I'm doing right now, which are things that I probably don't like, which are things that I do because of another person, you know, maybe because of my parents. I mean, we have a lot of young people who are viewing this, young people like us who are viewing this, like this show at this moment. What can you say to them?
Alright, so this is really close to my heart, and it's a message which I've been trying to get out to people and everything, that you have to do what you love. I'm not saying that you should abandon everything else that you're doing, because, you know, like I said, I'm a student, so most times my reasoning would be, no, I'm too busy with school, I can't do this. But in all truth, that you can actually make time to do the things you love. Like, I'd rather have a life where my life just consists of going to school, coming back, doing music, and doing all these things which are artistic, right? Than saying that you go to school, come back, maybe chill with friends and everything. Because I feel like we need to focus more on ourselves and keeping us happy. And the beginning of keeping yourself happy is doing what you love. But we seem to go the opposite way. We do things that we just want to do, then end up saying that there's no time to do what we love to do. And there's really so much happiness in doing what you love. Like, even if I wasn't the best out there, you know, that even if I didn't sell 1 million copies, but the fact that I did it just brings so much fulfillment to me, to say I didn't just think that, oh, I could have been great at this, I liked this, I never tried it out. I don't like regrets. Like, I'm one person who's against regretting things. You know, I don't want to say that, oh, I could have done that while I was younger. You know, there's so many people out there right now who are in their 30s, their 40s, and who look back and say, I had so many opportunities and I should have done this, I could have. Now look at the people who I was with and who I was probably better than, but then they're doing far much better because they kept on, you know. So I feel like that's a spirit we need in the youth, that you need to keep on doing what you love, and in the right way. Like, yeah, so that's essentially what I can say about that.
Okay. That's very, very interesting. Oh, by the way, Ferlo here is a student. He plays instrument and he's also a soccer player. I saw that from the video.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like, if there are other things that he does besides the ones that I mentioned. But like, if there are, please can you please mention them? And the other one I ask you is, how do you manage with this the things that I mentioned? Like, how do you manage your time around that?
So, like all things, like, you need good time management. Not saying I'm good with time, because many people who know me will tell you that, you know, he's not the best person when it comes to time. But like I said, many changes came from that day. So how I manage is that I try to make time, I try to balance it out. So if I'm not at school, if I'm in my room, if I'm not resting, I keep on trying to, like, you know, if something comes up in my mind and say, okay, there's a concept which came up, I try to write to that context, to that concept, you know, try to continue with that. Then when I get tired, it's either I sleep or I do something else which is progressive towards what I love doing, you know. So on weekends, like now I'm on holiday, you know, guys, it was such a good job. But I'm on holiday now, so already I've planned that, you know what, I'm gonna try to push some schoolwork, right? Because I believe that creativity, you can't put a cap on it and know that on this certain day, because you can't put out time and say, at this specific hour, I'm gonna be writing a song because the inspiration might not be there. So I have to keep on top of the things I can manage. Like school is something which you can study ahead for, you can prepare ahead for, so that you make time for those things which are unexpected, like music and everything. It's quite challenging, I won't lie. But always try to make time for what you love, and let's leave the excuses. As the youth, we're too complacent, we make too many excuses. We have fears, and it's normal to be afraid. I have fears at times, I was afraid for a long time because a lot of people, like, there was a time when I was with some of my friends and, they would like came just freestyle over beats, like, yo, you should do this and everything. And I was there like, yeah, I don't have equipment, I don't have this, I don't have this. Until you come to a point where you realize that sometimes you don't lack resources, but resourcefulness, right? So it didn't take a lot for me to just start music. I just decided that, you know what, I'm going to have an attitude where I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm just going to go and do it. No excuses, nothing. If it goes bad, it goes bad, and that's okay, guys. Like, that's okay. So, yeah.
That's a motivation right there. Viewers, I hope you are motivated. I have another question. So, would you say you are grateful? Like, would you say you are grateful what happened on that day, February 9th? That's the, would you say you are happy that it happened?
Well, I'm happy for all things that happen in life. I believe that things happen for a reason. Right? That if that day had not happened, maybe now I'd still be in a shell, still thinking one day I'm gonna do it, one day I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Whereas now I kind of developed that attitude to just attack it, to just say, you know what, go get it, because it kind of showed me. I feel like it was a way of God telling me that, look, you don't have all the time you think you have. You never know when it might end, because it was a normal day. The same way you'd go to school and wake up in the morning, the same way the viewers could go to school and wake up in the morning. It just happened like that. I was just in class like any other day, but it just went south. And the outcome might have been different, who knows. But for the fact that I remained alive, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this chance to say, now that I know that life is not in my hands and life is very fragile, for the time that I am alive, let me live and not just survive, Yeah.
Wow.
This is more than a talk show.
Interesting. I would want to speak to what you just said about not having enough time, in life. We forget too much, especially us as young people. If you're out there watching this, just remember today that time is not always on your side. You don't have all the life that you think you have. In life, we don't control how things are. I could literally go to sleep today, wake up tomorrow a different person. And also, just remember that one decision can change the rest of your life also, and one event can change the rest of your life. The way that you're speaking about February 9th, how it changed your life. So I just wanted to speak to that. I believe Agreement has a question for you.
Okay. So would you say there's a difference like in how you lived before and then how you are? Like, what would you say you have improved and then like an improvement and the difference? What do you say?
There have been major changes, right?
Okay.
First of all, major change is how you relate with people, right? I kind of realized that sometimes we just want to have people around us just for having them around us. They're not necessarily going where you want to go. They don't bring that positive energy in your life. Sometimes when you do things, the people who are around you, they keep you from doing those things. Like, maybe I'm like, all right, I want to do music. And they're like, hey, how are you going to do music when you're in school? That energy, they bring that negative energy. Instead of saying, oh yeah, you can do that, but just try to balance school, they would say that you can't do that in school. People would say, you can't have this, you can't do this. And you really need to eliminate those people. So I've kind of kept a positive group around me. That's the first thing. And secondly, seizing opportunities. We need to seize the opportunities that we have. An opportunity to live, that's what I'm seizing now. That's why I'm doing all these things. That given the opportunity to live, I've decided to seize that moment, just take every opportunity you get. If someone comes now and says, hey, there's this thing going on, there's a possibility that you might win or this, like recently there are competitions going around, and I've seen a positive response ever since I've started going for the things I like. That people actually start inviting to things, like they tag me on posts saying, oh, there's this competition, did you know about it? Because they know now that, I'm kind of like attacking these things, and I'm kind of going for what I want. And you actually end up attracting the crowd that you want when you become yourself. That you get more people like you, and that's the best thing which you can get. And thirdly, I would think that in my life, one thing that has changed dramatically, my health. I drink water, I exercise, I play soccer, I've taken care of me. I think that's the thing I gained the most as well. That looking for me, taking care of me, my best interest, making decisions based on me, not based on what the person next to me would think, not based on what the people at home would think, just based on me. So, because you are your greatest investment. You live in your body more than anyone else can. So you kind of have to own that and be yourself as much as possible. Because, like you said, life is fragile. So now the people you're trying to please, what if that person who you've been living for all your life, trying to please, just dies? What happens to you? Who are you now? Now that that person is gone, now that those influences around you are gone, who are you? It kind of like leaves you. But now I know that whether there's someone close to me or not, I'm still Ferlo who does music, who does art, and who does all these things. I'll still remain me. And that's the most important thing for me.
So thank you. We're just gonna take a 5 minutes break, just to remember to drink water. We're about to drink water.
Yes, okay, very important. Drink water.
Thank you so much. And as we're taking the break, listen to Ferlo Narco songs as it plays in the background.
Hey, it's been a while, ain't seen my mama, I never cry. Tears flooding on the inside, floating, I'm dead on the inside. Outside, I'ma don't smile, oh gosh, you don't see the front. Heavy heart, too many shots, I don't party for the good times, but it's alright. It's alright, play this music too high. Tonight, make me deaf to my thoughts. I shine, so bright, to make you blind to my faults. Said it's alright. I played the music too high. Makes me deaf to my thoughts. I shine to make you blind to my imperfection.
Welcome back to our viewers of the Erudition Show. We still have our guest Ferlo Narco and my co-host Agreement Shokani. So continuing from the conversation that we're having about doing what you love and not having enough time in life, remember that as a viewer, that the conversation that we had earlier was saying that he was telling us about how his life changed after February 9th. I don't know, I forgot to ask, which year was it?
That was 2018.
Oh, last year. Interesting enough.
I know that people
to the viewers out there, oftentimes we think that life is very, very long. Life is so short. We think that we have all the time in the world to do anything and everything, like at that time, and then only to find out that you can die now. Like it's now, like this show
on any day, like
literally after shooting the show.
Exactly, or even during the show. You see, so we think that we have this long life, or we even plan for like 32 years to come. We even get angry at justice. We be like, I'm gonna forgive justice after he has made it up to me, bought me make this, stuff like that. Like, only to find out that life is very, very short. And then, okay, yeah, it's fine, guys. Back to Ferlo. But I'm really, to be honest, I'm inspired by your story.
Yeah.
Of even Justice has a story to tell. I'm wondering why he hasn't shared the story with us, Justice.
For the viewers, my story will be aired sometime soon, episode 10, season 1, episode 10. So this is not about me at the moment. But
why are you trying to make him steal my shine? Is there a competition now? Just tell me.
No, but I'm interested to hear from you. Looking at the viewers also, just I'm sure they will want to hear this. What can you tell them? What can you say about your life to say that as a viewer, well, to you yourself, as yourself, looking at the journey of your life, how everything changed. What 2 words can you tell the viewer right now who's looking at this show, as a words of inspiration, as a words of wisdom that you learned from everything? What can you tell us?
Like I said before the break, my 2 words would be yourself. Just that. Just be yourself. Always be yourself.
Yeah, I can add on to that about being yourself. Most times we put out an image, right? We try to look like this person, whereas we're not this person. We try to be people we're not. Especially as university students. I mean, I will speak for myself as a past university student to say that there were times when I used.
You say it so easy. You say it so easy as a past university student, a whole graduate.
Yeah, as a graduate, to say that there were times when I used to act as if I'm this person when I knew deep down that I am not that person. Put out an image as to show people the perfect person that I want them to see, but deep down I know I'm not that person. It happens a lot. I believe Agreement, my co-host here, can say something along those lines. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's right. We tend to build an image that is outside ourselves. But usually I think this is a result of media and stuff like that. I personally believe that it's media because we are more like we put our energy to media. I'm not saying media is a bad thing. It is a good thing, media. But I'm saying we are there to watch. We are there to learn. So, but then what a mistake that we do.
It's like do it for the gram,
Yeah. Well, we're trying to imitate. We're trying to get someone's life from the media, whereas we can just watch media and then learn lessons from there. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think you can see a lot of that on the media. Like in music and everything, you hear them saying, "I did it for the gram" and everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what's happening to the youth these days. That if you go on Instagram, you look at the bios. You find so many pictures being painted which are not the person. You just find the entrepreneur, CEO of this, influencer, all these things and everything. Not saying that there aren't those people out there, but it's becoming so common to see that it actually just kind of doesn't seem genuine anymore. People don't want to be themselves because no one wants to say, look, I'm a musician, I'm a doctor, I'm this and this. People want to follow the popular. Instead of saying that, look, sometimes it's okay to not be a social media influencer. It's okay to just be yourself, to have 10,000 followers as you. Not that you're saying brand ambassador, this, just being you. But I understand that sometimes it's just, for the hustle and everything, if I had 20,000 followers, obviously I'd also add some, promotions and all these things there. But I mean that people have kind of made it an identity, you understand? They sometimes don't be them in all that, most of that part. But then I feel like it's quite an interesting time because what if maybe all these people, it's them, just that in the past they never got the space to become themselves? Because I feel like we're really changing and, that might be some of the things that we see.
Beautiful conversation we're having about identity now. Taking it back to being yourself, always being you. Always strive to be your own best version, and remember that you don't have any competition. You are your own competition. You are on your own race. You are You are walking this journey by yourself, for yourself, and not for any other person. Remember that as a viewer. Thank you so much, Ferlo Narco, for being our guest of today. I really enjoyed having a conversation with you. I got to know you better. At least now I understand the whole why February 9th was made. I understand where it's coming from. So would you want to say bye to our viewers and leave them with just one word?
Alright, so to the viewers out there, thank you for tuning in. And you know what I'd like to say is, if you haven't checked out my video, check out my video. And if you're watching this video right now, please like right now. Please subscribe. You know, like support this and showing other people, you know, what people are like doing out there. You know, like trying to get to know yourself better. I feel like these are very important discussions which you need to have on identity, given the crisis which we're seeing all around, which fall around identity. So yeah, do subscribe, and yeah, my parting words are that be yourself. I can't stress it enough. Just be yourself, and you know, you're just gonna do the best things in life when you're you.
Thank you so much. Agreement. Thank you so much for being a wonderful co-host today, and yeah, we'll see you again next week Thursday at the Erudition Show. Thank you so much for viewing.
We love you.
Peace. Yeah.
What is it?
I'm dead on the inside. Outside, I'm a don't smile. All Gucci, you don't see the front. Heavy heart, too many shots. I don't party for the good times, but it's alright. It's alright. Play this music too high. Tonight, make me deaf to my thoughts. I shine so bright to make you blind to my faults. I said it's alright. I played the music too high. Makes me deaf to my thoughts. I shine to make you blind to my bloopers and blunders, cutaway strips and the times I would fumble. Family drama that I've been a part of. Never knew mama had so many troubles. Pray to the Lord that you find a comfort. Confident that when you count your problems, you will have zero. I'm gonna solve them. Putting my all in, I made a promise. Daddy, I know that you love me, I got it. You don't need money to show where your heart is. Watching you working so hard was the hardest. Whenever I wanted it, you were the hustle. You were just looking at getting the income. Feeding the family first as the mission. You didn't see all the harm as an outcome. But life is better, you can ease up. Let the yam bump the cheese up. Spend your time with the kids now. I don't wanna see a rerun. Show the little ones who you really are. Switch it up, never turn around. Show my grandma she a superstar. Spread the love even to my moms. I know y'all ain't falling out of love. It's been a while, ain't seen my mama, I never cry. Tears flooding on the inside, floating, I'm dead on the inside. Outside, I'm a don't smile. All Gucci, you don't see the front. Heavy heart, too many shots. I don't party for the good times, but it's alright. It's alright. Play this music too high. Tonight, make me deaf to my thoughts. I shine so bright to make you blind to my faults. I said it's alright. I played the music too high. Makes me deaf to my thoughts. I shine to make you blind to my...
Wait!